We would request the audience and all the parents here to applaud the people, applaud and start the program with the blessings of God. Deepika? Deepika? No? The giving of the gifts. The gift thing, no? Coming to Jaipur has been a great experience for all of us as we were preparing and planning this event, and we have been received with a lot of hospitality, love and care by many principals who had together helped us to make this program successful. So thank you, ma'am, for making this happen, and we assure similar programs in future too. Let's have a round of applause. After lighting of the lamp, I would request all the dignitaries to please come to the center of the stage. And I would request Captain B.C. Kumawat, Director, Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan, Jaipur Kendra, to felicitate Dr. Sanjeev P. Sahani. This is the small gesture on behalf of Jaipur schools, and they've been planning this with an intention. They really appreciate the fact that we are doing a program like this, and together we've all come together. This is not only an event organized by OP Jindal, but it is also like a celebration for Jaipur's the parents, the students, and I hope this program adds value to the program today. Not only in your life, but all the others. Thank you, everyone, for being here. Now I would request Dr. Sani to take up the session. But before this, as we all know what is the topic, we know what exactly, at least a glimpse of what is going to happen. And there were 2 advertisements in the newspaper too, and we in the invitation had his bio. But I wanted to share something which was not there in the bio, which was not there in the website, which I'm sure most of you have gone through and seen, and that's the reason you have all come here. Dr. Sani is somebody who believes, who goes beyond the call of duty. Of course, we all know that he is the principal director for OP Jindal Global University. He is a director for, he also is listening to somebody for whom OP Jindal Global University is today. Beyond that, he is somebody who believes in adding value to people's lives. And he started with us, who have the opportunity of closely working with him. Not only do we love our job, not only do we believe in caring and going a step ahead and understanding our responsibility as a university, not only to impart education, but also to help students grow in a holistic way. We have successfully done this for the last 10 years, and we want to extend this further because we realize the need that we have to start early. We need to collaborate with schools. We need to create a situation where there is a bridge between the school learning and the university learning. With this idea in mind, we started this. Apart from that, I want to talk to you about what is there in the CV, but I don't miss anything, so I'm going to read it out. For those people who are watching us live and they do, for some reason or they are across the globe, they can't be present here, this is what would like to. So Dr. Sani is a professor and principal director for OP Jindal Global University and Jindal Institute of Behavioral Science. He's a director for Center for Victimology and Psychological Studies, Center for Leadership and Change, and Center for Community Mental Health. Member of the governing body and advisor to the Vice Chancellor of OP Jindal Global University. He holds a PhD degree in organizational behavior. He possesses an extensive and rich experience of 32 years in academia, industry, and and government sector. His work spans in the area of organizational behavior, psychology, cognitive and neuropsychology. He has trained over 32,000 school principals, teachers, senior government officials, industry professionals, besides many more, over 50 countries. He has served and contributed 14 years as a scientist in the Ministry of Human Resource Development and Sports Authority of India. He has worked as a research scientist at several universities like University of Boston, Texas, University of Illinois, Chicago, to name a few. Dr. Sani has several awards to his credit, and he has recently been nominated as a member of the Board of Directors of an international body. He has published more than 30 research articles in international and national index journals and about 20 book chapters. He has 14 books to his credit, some of which the recent ones are Death Penalty, published by Springer, Internet Infidelity by Springer again, Digital Piracy, and Digital Era. To draw an analogy, of course, one of the biggest concerns are the digital uproar and everything which is affecting us totally. So, of course, that will also be touched upon. So, without further delay, I would like to allow Dr. Sanjeev Sani to take the stage, and we all welcome him with a huge round of applause. Thank you, sir, for being here.
Good evening, everyone. You know, whenever somebody reads out my bio or tries to praise, I always feel, alas, my wife is around and she also listens this. Thank you very much for coming. It seems that how much you are concerned about your children. In India, I always say, it is easy to produce kids, but we have no idea how to raise them. Anyone did get a training that how to raise kids? Or we think that, oh wow, there is no problem. We can do that. My mother-in-law or my mother will, because menfolk doesn't have any contribution in raising children. So I didn't get this training from anywhere. I believe so as you. But let me tell you, if your children today are mischievous, lying, stealing, doing all that kind of unethical, immoral activities, please don't blame them. Please blame yourself. It never ever happens that they learn from peers, they learn in schools, or they learn from teachers. No. I know you love to blame them that he's learning these things from school. इसकी संगत ठीक नहीं है. ये जिस बच्चों के साथ खेलता है, they abuse. You never introspect, how do you do at home? Children learns lying from parents, not from anyone else. When a phone call comes to my house and I say to my son, tell them that I'm not at home. That's where they learn. Today, I want to tell you, I hope you are aware of it, that 0 to 7 years of age is so crucial in life. Whatever I am, whatever you are today, is the reflection of 0 to 7 years of highly traumatic experiences and highly pleasurable experiences. These experiences in 0 to 7 years goes into my subconscious mind and stays there. There is a place, Haridwar, where most of, the parents, they take them for a mundan ceremony, shaving their heads. You know what happens? After the ceremony, they will take the child and they try to dip into the water. Child is screaming, child is crying. And when he looks around, everybody is laughing and clapping. Child thinks that, what is this? We don't realize that they may develop hydrophobia. Most of our phobias, rather I would say all our phobias, comes from my experience from 0 to 7 years of age. We think, when we talk about our relatives, generally people talk about, mama, chacha, taya, padosi, wo aaya tha, wo kya laya tha, how they have treated me, how they have treated me. And we think that this 2-year or 3-year-old boy or a girl doesn't understand. We talk in presence of them without realizing they learn all these opinions, beliefs, judgments, values, morals. Today people say, I'm just taking a name, please, if somebody is from that region, don't feel, I'm just giving you an example. People say Bengalis are very selfish. People say that Tamilians, they pick up fight very easily. People say that Punjabis are very rude and loud. I have never experienced in my life these type of people. How did I come to know? From my home. Forget about that. These days people talk about, oh, billi aankhon wale pe trust nahi karna chahiye. Then people even talk about the religion. People even talk about the surnames. I have no idea why people say that. With due apologies, people are sitting here, that, Bania, Agarwal, Gupta, paisa nahi kharch karta. From where I have learned this? From where I have learned this? From home, from my own parents. Please don't blame society, don't blame peers. We all learn from home. Another thing before I start, we all feel, I know my son or a daughter inside out. You think that, oh, I know my wife, my husband, my daughter, my son. You've been married for how many years, sir?
25 years.
Wow. And she's your partner?
No.
Okay. Is your partner here?
No.
Okay, then let me go to the director of this place. How many years you have been married? Oh, he's thinking. This is a typical Indian men folk scenario. They don't remember. If they will remember a class of their child, but I guarantee you they don't know about section. Most of the time they forget when is the examination are happening, how many marks they are getting. We all know that. So you are nothing new in it. Anyway, I'm not surprised. Yes, sir. How many years?
36.
36. If I ask this question, how much you know about your husband in percentage?
No, she don't know. My God.
I'm making partners here. Is any person is sitting here who has come with his wife? Wonderful. I'm so happy that, there are volunteers. Chahe volunteer डर के बोल रहा है, I don't know what is going to happen. You've been married for how many years, sir?
20 years.
20 years. I ask your question to your wife, how much you know him in percentage?
15.
Look at that. Again, manfolk decides that how much his wife knows him. Amazing. Jaipur is amazing. Yes, ma'am. आप कितना ज्यादा जानते हैं इनको? Around 80%. Nobel Prize winner. When this gentleman travels, I tell you my own story. Let's not talk about him. I want to go very peacefully from this place. I joined services, Indian services, in 92, and I joined Ministry of Sports and Youth Affairs, and there was a lot of opportunity to travel abroad. Whenever I used to travel abroad, I used to give a call to my wife. I said, honey, what a beautiful place. I'm having an excellent food. This place is excellent. All those kind of things. And there is a pause on the other side. I say, hello. And हम गर्मी में मर रहे हैं, बच्चे को पढ़ा रहे हैं, तुम घूमो, ऐश करो. Now I am a psychologist. Now when I travel, I say, खाना ठीक नहीं मिल रहा. I am missing you. It is terrible place. Oh, please, honey, come back soon. We are waiting for you. She doesn't know what I am doing, with whom I am sleeping in this word. She doesn't know. So, madam, let me tell you, never ever claim this. You know him 80%, okay? In this word, there is an iceberg theory which says that you know other person not more than 10%. Is the chocolates are here? You know any other individual not more than 10%. What you know in a person? Knowledge, skill, appearance. That's it. You have already made a judgment that, whether this talk is going to be good, bad, boring, blah, blah, blah. You have already made a judgment. And then most of the time you are justifying your own judgment. But what we don't know about people inside out are their values, judgments, opinions, beliefs, morals. Nobody knows. So never ever think that you know. And what I want to tell you, that all these morals, judgment, belief is called attitude. There is a very important saying which says, you can get a job because of your intelligence, but you can be fired because of emotional intelligence, because of attitude. Now, your children have learnt this attitude from you. And you are responsible if a child is showing tantrums, if a child is having an aggression, if a child is lying, if a child is having a problem in the school, bullying people. The problem is you. The child is reflecting your values in the school. Never ever blame school or teachers. And teachers cannot do anything. Let me tell you, if any teacher tries to transform the behavior of a children, it's not easy. I would say it's very difficult because you have 30, 40 students in the class, and then, you have a 40 minutes or a 50 minutes, you have to teach the subject. You cannot concentrate only 2, 3, 4 people, students in the class who are mischievous. So, yes, psychologists are there, but I don't know about your schools, but most of the psychologists are doing career counseling rather than a psychological counseling. But the worst thing is the stigma attached with the word psychology. If any teacher says that your son or a daughter requires they should visit to a psychologist, वो बोलते हैं मेरा बच्चा पागल नहीं हुआ, तुम पागल हो. Nobody in this world likes that when you say that go and visit to a psychologist. So, now I'm going to take your test for next 7 minutes as a parent. How ideal parents you are. Somebody has to be here. Oh, next. Okay, we are going to do this activity, everyday parenting. Now, what I'm going to do is, keep standing here. Now, what I'm going to do is, I'm going to ask question to you. And please be honest. While introspecting yourself, that whether you have done this to your children or not. The first one, I have never hit my child in all these years. एक मिनट, मैंने कभी भी अपने बच्चे को मारा नहीं है. ओके, हिट ये नहीं है कि हल्का सा हिट इज एक कराड़ी थप्पड़. ओके, जिसने मारा है वो बैठे रहें, जिसने नहीं मारा आज तक अपने बच्चे को वो प्लीज खड़े हो जाएं. 1 2. आई एम सो हैप्पी. जयपुर इज प्रीटी गुड. यस, कॉन्शियसली, ऑनेस्टली. भगवान आपको पाप लगाएगा यदि झूठ बोला. ओके, आई एम ग्लैड देयर आर प्रॉबेबली, आई वुड से, ओहो, मैंने बोला भगवान पाप लगाएगा, 2 आदमी बैठ गए. Okay, no, keep sitting. You are going to be awarded. Please. आप बैठ क्यों गए? थक गए? आप लोगों ने, there are probably 10 people who have never hit their children in their lifetime. Okay, now keep standing. Now, for the people who are standing, there is another question. Next question. I never shout at my child in front of others when he or she does something wrong. मैंने कभी भी किसी के सामने, relatives, neighbor के सामने अपने बच्चे को डांटा नहीं. जो खड़े हैं, यदि डांटा तो वो बैठ जाएं, जिन्होंने नहीं डांटा वो फिर खड़े रहें. अच्छा, ठीक है. Now there are probably 8 people now. Huh? No. In someone is not, I have never, hello, you are going ahead of me. Don't do till I ask you. Child in front of others. Grandparents are not others, okay? I'm glad there are still probably 8 people standing. Number 3, I have never secretly checked my child's phone. यदि जो खड़े हैं, यदि उन्होंने अपने बच्चों का कभी भी सीक्रेटली मोबाइल फोन चेक नहीं किया तो खड़े रहें, नहीं तो बैठ सकते हैं. Very good. We still have 7 people. Number 4, I don't compare my child to other children. How good is at studies. Comparison मैंने नहीं किया. पड़ोसी का बच्चा, भाई का बच्चा, how they are doing it. And generally you do that. Very good. Now 1, 2, hello, you can't stand up now. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people left. Next question. I deal with all questions from my child patiently, even if they make me uncomfortable. You know, something like that question is, most of the children ask, मैं कैसे आया, मैं कैसे पैदा हुआ? And most of the mother says, hospital से लेके आए. Now, you don't feel comfortable replying to these kind of questions. So, now the 7 people who are still standing, I want to know that in case you deal with the questions, even if it is uncomfortable, you take it and you explain it well. Okay, down. Now only 4 people left. No, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wonderful. Now the next question. I am very careful about my language in the presence of my child. Whether what I am talking about, I hope you people have kids, right? Okay. You know, at the entire exercise they say, no sir, I am single. Okay, so when you say language, it's not that you are using an abusive language with your children. What I'm talking about, abusive language on the phone, or even rude and harsh and other things. You know, if you are talking to someone else and your child is listening you. Wonderful. Now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 adamant people. Number 7. I can handle my child's failure calmly. Now this is something very important. Why other relatives and neighbors' children are doing well, or any kind of a failure, I can handle calmly. So you can do that, the 6 people who are standing. Sir at the back. Very good. Now, I would request these 6 people to go back to home. The talk is not for you. I'm going to talk about, you will see a drastic change in their behavior.